your pillows from your couch, or throw pillows or bed pillows or blankets, or if you have traditional yoga blocks and bolsters, those will all work well tonight. So I'll try to give as many suggestions as possible for how to use different props. I'm gonna do one blanket now, so I'll show you how to do it. I'm taking it like this, taking one blanket like this, and I'm gonna roll it. If you don't have a blanket and you have a pillow instead, you can just put that under your back. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right in the center of my mat. I'm going to blow myself up so I can see it, so I can make sure that you all see it. Okay, so it's kind of in the center of my mat. And
I'm going to pin you. There you go. There we go.
And then and if you don't have that, you can just use a pillow and put it, or you can use both and build it up a little bit higher. We're going to do a heart opener. So we come onto the base of the prop and lay down on it. So our head is supported here. And then our hands go out to our sides. And if you feel like it's too low, like it doesn't feel comfortable, pull it up just a little bit, or cinch, or kind of go down a little bit. So your tailbone is on the floor, and it's just, the prop is just above that. So in Yin, we generally use props to help us achieve the shapes. And you can play around with the height of this. If this doesn't feel good, you can make it lower, make it higher, and then your shoulders fall out and over the prop. And then you have a couple options with your feet. You can bring them in and have your soles of your feet together, so you're in kind of a Baddha Konasana butterfly shape, and you can do this as long as you want, or bring your feet in closer to your body. You can put another blanket or props underneath your knees. You'll also have the option of just laying your legs out long. So from here, we're going to get grounded. So I invite you to close your eyes or find a spot on the ceiling to gaze at. And start noticing your breath. It takes a while to get settled, to arrive and keep arriving. I'm going to set a timer. In Yin, we do things for at least 3 minutes. It takes about 2 minutes for our bodies for our fascia to start to stretch out and relax enough and change. So we try to hold the poses for a little bit longer than that. So that's why I'm going to use a timer during this. But right now, focus on your breath, the sensations in your body. If your eyes are closed, you can start noticing the colors or textures that you see coming through your eyelids. And notice the sounds coming into your space other than me talking. What can you hear? Are there noises coming in through an open window? Are there appliances running in your house? And then come even closer and start to notice the sounds of your own body, the breath. Maybe you hear some of your organs working, digesting. Maybe you decide to rest your hands on your body and you can feel your heartbeat, or you can just feel the sensation of your hands on your body. Check in with the temperature on your skin. If there's a breeze coming in through the window, how do your clothes feel on your skin? How does your back feel on the prop? We work on arriving, and then we work on continuing to arrive. We have to keep coming back. It's so easy for us to start thinking about all kinds of other stuff. What happened this morning? What happened yesterday? What's going to happen tonight? What's happening tomorrow? Something weird and awkward that you said to somebody, because now we're going out into public more, and I'm in Vermont, and all the COVID restrictions have gone away, and it just feels so weird. All of a sudden we're out in public seeing people, and it's so incredibly awkward. But it's important to let all that go. Always coming back to your breath, coming back to your body. If something doesn't feel good, you can always change. You have your legs out wide in a butterfly, you can always switch them so that they're out long, or even bringing them up so your feet are on the floor. In a pose that we call constructive rest. So in Yin, we stay for 3 to 5 minutes in poses. And often we notice a difference between the time when we start and the time when we end. So see if you can notice, even just in the 4 minutes that we've been laying down, if you can notice a difference, maybe in your shoulders, feeling a little bit more open. Even in the way that you're breathing. Maybe your hips or inner thighs feel a little bit more open now. Let's bring our legs together. If you have them in butterfly, draw them out long. And then roll off to your side so you can take out this prop. You might want to fold it up and put it under your head as a pillow. And then come into constructed rest, bringing your feet kind of in line with your hips. Hands out to the side. In Yin, it's advised that we take like a minute in between some poses so that we can kind of download the information. It's like almost like doing a mini shavasana in between different poses. It just lets your body kind of acclimate to the changes that just happened, the magical changes that happen with the fascia. So the fascia are part of our connective tissues. They're like filler in our body. They're all over the place and they surround all the muscles. And I had a teacher who used to say that they're like jelly donuts. So you can imagine like jam in a jelly donut, right? And how it changes. Like if you heated up the jam, it would get all liquidy. And then if you put it in the fridge, it gets thicker. So that's what happens with the stuff that's inside our fascia. It kind of can change consistency from liquid to gel. And the kind of gentle movement that we're doing where we hold these poses for a long time activates that change. And it just helps with our flexibility. And they're finding out all kinds of things about fascia now. And how important it is for how pain works in our body, how we understand where our body is in space, how we understand how our body, like what's happening inside of our body. So from here, we're going to take our left leg and bring it up to our chest, bring it up to our chest, and then you can straighten out your right leg, or you can keep it with the sole of the foot on the floor. If you have a strap, you might want to use that now. Or another option is to put a pillow or another blanket underneath your hips to help you propel yourself up. But we're just going to do one at a time. You might want to close your eyes for this. And all of these poses are all just options. You have total autonomy over what you want to do over your body. So if something doesn't feel right, just come back, just lie down or come into constructive rest. And then decide, in Yin, we have this rule that you do about 50% or 60% of what the most that you could possibly do would be. So, and some Yin teachers will call it the edge. I don't really like that term, so I don't really use it. I just say, if you think that 100% would be like really, really, just think of what you could do at 100% and then do 50% of that. So the saying, or what I like to think, and I tell my students a lot, is I know you can do more, but can you do less? I know you can do more, but is it possible for you in this moment to do less? Once we're in the shape, we work on quieting our movements, embracing stillness, and also trying to achieve quietness and stillness in our mind. So use your tools of coming back to your breath, even breaths in and out, breathing into your stomach. Let this leg drop down ever so slowly. Be mindful in your movement, letting the foot come down to the floor. taking a moment before lifting up your right leg and pulling that in. And again, if you want to use a strap or you want to put some padding underneath your hips, it's interesting to me how one side is always different than the other. One side is usually tighter than the other. And even the other day, yesterday, I taught a yin class at 8:30 in the morning, and then I taught another yin class at 5:15 in the evening. And I was very surprised. There was one pose that I did that I could do easily in the morning, but in the afternoon, it was such a struggle. And it just goes to show how our bodies fluctuate. They're different at different times of the day, different days. Remember to keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, even breaths. Try to relax your shoulders. Notice what's happening with your thoughts, always coming back to your senses, to your breath. Couple more seconds here. Bring your legs all the way down. And then I'm going to kick out my props. And then we're going to come in quickly into crescent, or sometimes it's called banana asana. So take your legs, your feet to the left side of your mat. Your hips can be kind of on the right, and then your arms go up overhead to your left. So you're kind of in a big C shape. So you're getting a side bend here, and so you can cross one foot over the other. You can tuck your hands underneath your head or grab one wrist with the other. You can come more severely over to the left side, or not so much. It's your choice how much you want to do. Remember our rule of doing 50%. You should feel a line of energy going along the right side body. Working on relaxing anything that feels like you're tensing up. So even your face, checking in with your face. Is your brow tensed up? Your tongue on the roof of your mouth? Let that all go. Even the area around your eyes, I can feel tense sometimes. Try to practice your even breathing. And then come to the center again. You might want to scooch the middle of your body over to the left a little bit. Feet go to the right bottom side of your mat. Hands go to the right side. If you want, you can stick, like I might put a pillow or a blanket just underneath because I feel like I'm coming up a little bit high here on my left hip. And then come into kind of the C shape on this side. So you're going to feel a stretch along the left side of your body. You can cross one ankle over the other. You can tuck your hands under your head or have them out long to the right. And look for a sense of like what feels good. Is there anything that feels really good right now in your body? Like maybe feeling open and opening up along this side of our body like this. Maybe that feels really good. Maybe it feels good to just lay on the floor. Maybe we're tired and it feels good to rest. Maybe your breath feels really open and easy here. You can also think about the outcomes. Like, I'm doing this now because it'll help me with my flexibility, with my mobility, with my ability to rebound after a bad migraine attack. Time. Okay, transition back to the center of your mat. And we're almost all done. We just need to do our final resting pose. So if you want to put a pillow or a blanket underneath your knees or a blanket over your body, hands out to the sides. Maybe lift up your chest, your arm, your shoulders one at a time, your foot just an inch or two, each leg. Put them back down and then let them open up. Hands open up to the sky. Chin slightly tucked. What can you do to make yourself even 5% more comfortable here? And you're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. But I am going to end the class. So if you want to end the class with me and come out of Shavasana, you can wiggle your hands, your fingers, your toes, invite a little bit of movement in. Maybe do anything that you didn't do during class that you want to do now. Maybe move your head from side to side, stretch your arms up over your head, whatever movements feel good and intuitive right now. And then come onto your side. into C pose. And then lift ourselves up to a seat. And I'm gonna change my view so I see you all. And you can keep your eyes closed, hands somewhere on your body. I like to put them over my heart. Big breath together, inhale. And then sigh out your exhale. One more. Thank yourself for practicing today. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands together and rub them back and forth, up and down, generate a little heat, and then send them out. Send all that good energy out to everybody in the group. Great. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Amy. That was wonderful. I feel so good. I'm glad it's 8 o'clock here. I can get ready for bed. I love the blanket thing up the middle of my back in the beginning. That opened up a lot of my migraine I was feeling today. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites for head pain. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, thank you for joining us. I do want to mention one thing. We have Jim Weil, who's on our call, who typically is on every Thursday evening with us. We're going to be starting a men's support group that is starting on July 13th. It's going to be the second Tuesday of the month. So if any of you men who are on with us, or any of you know that of men that could use a support group, migraine support group, please look on Migraine website, and we hope that is something that we are bringing out new and different that would be of importance to you guys. So Amy, thank you. It was wonderful, and we'll see everybody next Thursday evening at 7:30 for I think next week is art therapy.
Nice. I like that. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.